So this video clip is really intended for our younger catchers or those that are new to catching. We're focusing today in this video on pocket awareness, or really where we should be catching the ball in our catcher's mitt, our catcher's glove. So the pocket is actually this area right in here. It's actually at the base of the web, right in this area. So if we look at the back of the glove, it's the deepest part. It's the part that kind of arches up on the glove. And so that's where we want to catch every ball. We're going to miss occasionally, but that spot gives us the best control of that pitch. If you're a kid that is used to playing infield, outfield with a fielder's glove, we're accustomed to, we usually are trying to catch the ball up in the web, not as a catcher. That piece of leather, that web, is actually a separate piece of leather that's laced in, obviously, to the glove. But because it's separate, it doesn't give us as much control. It's further away from, it's not as connected to our hand through the glove. This pocket is actually formed by the entire piece of palm leather in a catcher's glove. And what makes it even better for us, especially as you get older and you start catching faster pitches, if we look at where my hand is, so looking on the back of the glove, this is the pocket right in here. It's where these laces, again, this is the web, here's the pocket. If you look at where my index finger is here, so the rest of my fingers are over here on the side, and my thumb is way over here on the side. So none of my hand is behind that pocket. So it allows us, so those major leaguers that are catching 95 to 100, maybe even 101, 102, 103, they're catching that ball cleanly in that pocket, and it's not hitting any part of their hand, so it doesn't hurt. You still have to be strong to be able to control that fast speed. But it gives them that ability to catch it without causing the stinging, breaking fingers. And then ultimately, catching the pocket gives us the best control. It allows us to control that ball and move that ball where we want it to go. Additionally, when we catch that ball in the pocket, these gloves are designed to pretty much snap shut. Kind of a hinge mechanism when that ball hits the pocket. You still obviously have to encourage the closing, make sure it stays closed so the ball stays inside. When we start catching balls up towards the kind of the top of our fingers, they call it the toe, obviously off the thumb, that's going to hurt. We're not going to like that. But especially if it's bouncing anywhere towards the flat palm area of the glove, it hits and it ricochets, and that's where we have a harder time catching it. Sometimes it'll ricochet down into the pocket, and maybe we close it while it's scooting towards the web of the glove. Sometimes it just bounces or pops right out. So that's why we've got to learn to be very consistent with catching in the pocket. And that's why we do a lot of bare hand drills. As I mentioned before, the pocket clearly is outside the extent, the reach of our fingers. But we'll do a lot of bare hand drills, whether it be tennis balls, baseballs, catching discs, frisbees, whatever those are. We'll do drills to work on catching with these fingers, index finger, thumb, and common middle finger. The pocket is really up in this area up here, but we're learning through those bare hand drills to catch towards that pocket and emphasize those fingers doing the work. And also to make sure we're catching in this horizontal position, not turning the hand, which is when I turn, if I turn my hand in that way, if I turn here to catch, if we imagine it with the glove, now I've completely closed my pocket off to the ball. So it's helping us to learn to stay in this also horizontal position and try to catch everything so it looks the same to the umpire when we present it, rather than getting a lot of excess glove turn when it's not needed. All right, hopefully this was helpful and beneficial. It's one thing to talk about, catching in the pocket's another thing to learn to do it and do it consistently. So we'll provide more tips on how to do just that. If you have questions, always feel free to email us, info@coloradocatchers.com. Thank you.